One of the first routine parts of the day for the average person is waking up to a balanced breakfast. Then they order lunch outside or bring one from home. In the evening, the day ends off with a hearty meal before repeating the cycle again. On average, a person consumes 1 to 2 kilograms of food a day, totaling up to over 365 kilograms in a year.
We typically don't eat this much food for any other reason than survival. Food contains energy, minerals, vitamins, and other important substances that keep us healthy. The way the body extracts these vital materials is through the digestive system. Hi, I'm Daniel, and along with Ethan, we're going to explain the digestive system, its function, parts, and one of the most prominent pathogens affecting this particular system.
Thanks, Daniel. From the mouth to the abdomen and finally to the pelvic region, the digestive system occupies a large amount of space amongst its 10 organs. Digestion occurs from the top to bottom, starting at the mouth and ending at the anus. The digestive system has many organs, but the main focus of this presentation is the gastrointestinal tract, which consists of the mouth, salivary glands, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. They collectively break down the food in different stages and turn it into waste. Digestion begins in the mouth with chewing and saliva. Then it moves down the gastrointestinal tract, first mixing with the stomach acid, and then gradually breaking down into smaller molecules as it goes through the liver, gallbladder, small intestine, and pancreas. The result is amino acids and glucose that the body can utilize for cellular processes. There is a lesser-known function of the digestive system. As it turns out, the gastrointestinal tract is a vital key to preventing infections from tiny invaders and pathogens. Daniel will go in depth on this.
Within the digestive system is a jungle-like thicket of different microbes that collectively protect us from infection. We call this the natural flora.
Among the microbes in the normal flora are probiotics, a class of bacteria that is beneficial to our digestive health. They help digest food, produce vitamins, and most importantly, they combat hostile intestinal pathogens by giving them little space to grow. Without these microbial colonists, we would be susceptible to many infections. Foods like yogurt, kombucha, pickles, and miso have probiotics. Despite these barriers, there's still a risk of infection.
The main culprit is Salmonella, a type of belligerent bacteria that is the #1 cause of foodborne illness. We are covering both non-typhoidal and typhoidal Salmonella. They target the gastrointestinal tract and reproduce there. Salmonella takes advantage of an inhibited or weakened natural flora by growing in the space where other microbes usually stay. They incubate for a couple of hours to a day and then begin causing symptoms. In both illnesses, common symptoms include fever, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, and abdominal cramps.
The non-typhoidal variant of Salmonella causes salmonellosis, an infection of Salmonella in the intestines. It can spread through contact with infected animals, people, fluids, feces, and surfaces. Non-typhoidal Salmonella also tends to contaminate whole shipments or batches of food, including meats, fruits, and vegetables, which is why it makes many people ill around the world. Salmonellosis is relatively harmless for most people, but it can turn fatal without proper methods of hydration, like water, diluted Gatorade, or Pedialyte. It is also dangerous if it infects the blood in bacteremia, bacter, referring to bacteria, and emia, meaning presence in blood, bacteria, presence in blood. Best case scenario, the bacteria infects the intestines and the symptoms blow over in under a week.
Similar to salmonellosis, typhoid fever affects the same digestive areas, spreads in the same manner minus the animals, and causes the same symptoms with the addition of typhoid fever in most cases. Unlike the non-typhoidal Salmonella, it can cause a plethora of severe symptoms like delirium, intestinal hemorrhaging, bowel perforation, and even death. The demographics are tied closely to older people and children in endemic areas. It can infect travelers and tourists who visit the area fairly easily. In terms of cures and treatments, there is a vaccine for typhoid fever that is partially effective.
In order to keep our body's digestive system fully functional and ready to digest our daily intake of food, we must pay close attention to the news and environment for signs of contamination. Simple practices like proper hygiene and disinfecting high-risk surfaces are the main methods of prevention in the household. And the reward for taking great care of our household environment is a healthy digestive system that can fuel our bodies day in and day out. Remember, watch what you eat and stay hydrated.